move this small knob and see what that does. So say stuff as you move it.
Testing, 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 testing.
You get the idea of
Yes,
how?
of course.
Excellent. So now you know what that
Yeah.
sounds like. And then this same thing on my end here.
Okay.
Excellent. Perfect. Good. Let me make that a little lower. Excellent. Perfect. And just to get these booted up, enter. And then perfect. That all looks good. Flaps come up. They're working. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, Richard. Let's go ahead and listen to, what do we need to listen to
We need
now?
to listen to ATIS.
Cool.
So in order to do that, we need to go on to COM 2, and we need 125.6. So we need to bring that up to the
133.07.
There it is.
No.
Solid.
Lift for 29 regular paths not monitored.
Let's see what the altimeter
Use
setting
caution
is.
for
I'll just move up a
manual
little bit
equipment
here.
adjacent all runways and taxiways. Use caution for UAS 3.5 miles northwest of field out below 400 feet AGL. Use caution for bird activity on or near the vicinity of the airport. Hazardous weather information for California coastal waters with well flight service frequencies. All aircraft back, hold true, interest, certainly, Samuel, call sign, advising contact, give information, Sierra. Torrance Confirmation, Sierra, time 1747 Zulu, for the wind variable at 5, visibility 8, ceiling 1,300 overcast, temperature 17, dew point 13, altimeter 2994, ILS runway 29er right, near landing and departure runway 29er.
2994.
133.07.
120 on there.
NOTAMs.
Did you get the information?
I did not.
Cool. Let me know if you could hear the information. If you could make it out.
Use caution for UAS 3.5 miles northwest of field out below 400 feet AGL. Use caution for bird activity on or near the vicinity of the airport. Hazardous weather information for California coastal waters with well flight service frequencies. All aircraft back, hold true, interest, certainly, Samuel, call sign, advising contact, give information, Sierra.
He's going to say it now.
Torrance Confirmation, Sierra, time 1747 Zulu.
Heard it?
Wind variable
Zulu.
at 5, visibility 8.
So he said Zulu for the time that the ATIS comes out,
Oh, okay.
but it's information Sierra.
Sierra.
We'll listen to a million ATISes you'll hear. Cool. So we got ATIS. Now we need to talk with who?
Frequency 133.07.
Now we need to speak with ground.
Make it happen.
Okay.
So
We're right at Charlie.
What frequency do we need first?
In order to speak to ground, we need to be 120.9. Down here, we're already up. Good.
Solid. And yeah, take it away whenever you get a chance.
Ground Sierra. Ground Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo at taxiway Charlie, looking to taxi to the active with information Sierra.
Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, Torrance ground runway 29er right, taxi Charlie Alpha Juliet.
Runway 29er taxi via Charlie Alpha Juliet 514 Sierra Romeo.
Runway 29er right.
Runway 29 right.
Runway 29er right.
Excellent. Because you said runway 29, taxi via Charlie Alpha Juliet, but he needs to hear you say runway 29 right.
Oh.
Excellent. It's all for the recording. Rich, amazing work. Really good. How'd that feel? Rich,
Yeah,
that call was like a million times better.
Yeah.
A million times better.
Reading. I can read.
We just fueled her. She's good. A million times better, Rich. I don't care that you're reading. I don't care that this is very like see and do. What I want you to take away from this is it's English. It's English. You're not talking Mandarin. You're not talking Española. You're not talking Italiano. English.
Where I'm seeing the yellow line.
Where
right
are
now.
we? On it, left or right?
It looks like we're left.
Excellent. I want you to tell me when you think we're on it.
Well, we're starting to be on it now.
How about now?
I'd say we're to the left.
Excellent.
But
Let
we're
me know.
on it.
Let me know when you think we're on it.
We're getting closer. I'd say right about there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep, we're on it. Excellent. Excellent. How about now?
Now we're starting to veer to the right.
Solid work. Good. Good sight picture. Good. The thing about taxiing, it even creeped up on me a little bit there. I want the RPM at 1,000.
1,000, yes.
And then I let the plane roll. Do your thing, but I will control the speed of the plane with my brakes. I won't ride the brakes the whole time. I'll get out of the airplane's way. I'll let it do its thing, but I will control the speed. If it gets too fast with the momentum, I'll say, hey, let's slow it down a bit, right? Like I'm doing right now, and then I'll let go. And then I'll get out of the way again and let the plane do whatever it wants to do. You're taxiing right here with Jenny, and then Loyolenu, what's that?
I want to put in to talk to the tower.
Excellent. We'll do that in the run-up area.
Oh.
But right now, let's say you're taxiing with Jenny, and all of a sudden, you see this happening right here.
Jenny, you're veering to the left.
Right, and you don't hear a response. And then what do? You look to the left, and you see Jenny's out. So what do? Go ahead and do it. Do whatever you would do. And do it decisively. Do it. Be intentional with it. Excellent. Good. Right? So if see something crazy, what's the first thing you do?
Aviate.
Right, but even before you do that is you want to look to Jenny. Make sure she's fine, right? If you're not looking to Jenny and she's fine and she's messing with you.
Don't mess with each other.
Look to your left, make sure everything's fine, right? If it's not fine, take over. Easy?
Easy.
Excellent. Good. Good. Perfect. Nice work. Good. What if something happened and then you go, yeah, let's go back to the hangar. This is not. How would you handle that?
I would go to the run up first, and then I would contact ground.
Do you need to go to the run up to contact ground, or could you get on with ground now and say I want to go immediately back to my
I could get on
hangar?
with them, but I'm focused right now on just taxiing. I don't want to get confused here.
Do you want to make the turn?
I do.
All right, it's all you. Control the speed, not so fast, not so fast. See that? Not so fast. There we go. Turns you want to slow down. Excellent. Then how do we get back on center line?
I'm trying. I'm all the way down. Is that you or me?
That was me. So if you're all the way down on the rudder,
yep,
and the plane isn't moving, go to the top of the pedal.
Okay.
That's the brake, differential braking.
Okay.
So use that technique to get us turned around here. So first of all, slow us down. Slow us down. More. Good. Now turn to the left. Top of the pedal, just the top of the left pedal. More, stronger. See how that gives you more control in turning? Good. Now you want to straighten the plane out. So both wheels straight. So I'll do a little more power just to not be crooked here. Nice. So anytime you need more control over taxiing, I'll just do a 360 here to go a little further back. I got the airplane. Anytime you need to do more control over taxiing, you want differential braking, you want to go to the brake part, not the rudder part on the bottom. So I'll just go to the corner here. Good. So back to what happened before. If something happens to Jenny while you're still on the airport surface...
I could just go straight on through?
No, what you want to do is go back to the hangar immediately. You don't have to reach the run-up area for that. You could just immediately get on with ground and say, ground, 0740 Sierra Romeo, looking to taxi back to the hangar.
Because our mic is already active and we're already on that frequency.
Correct.
We haven't changed it over the tower yet. And that's why you wait.
Correct.
But in standby, we could get ready for...
It's already in there.
Oh, it's already plugged in.
Yeah, and it typically would be in there. But I want to make sure that you could always get on with ground whenever you want. I could tell ground right now, hey ground, I'd like to taxi to the east hangars. I could go anywhere, right? I don't have to tell ground or give ground a reason or any of that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so right now we're on COM 2 with ground, and we're on COM 1, we're set with tower.
Excellent. Solid.
Yeah, but we're only active on our mic with ground.
Correct. We're talking and listening to ground. Mm-hmm. Here, it would be a situation where if I press this, I'd be talking with ground,
but
I'm listening to both.
Right.
Spacesuit 3 Juliet Sierra, there's a truck.
Got it.
Thanks, Doc. Got it.
Make sense?
Sure.
Excellent. So now what we'll do while we let the engine warm up is I'll just get a quick IFR to VFR on top clearance. And then we'll plug it in, we'll do the run-up, and then we'll just punch through this tiny layer of clouds. You can even see the sun popping through a little bit, but we'll just punch through the tiny layer of clouds and head towards San Bernardino and see what that looks like. All right? And then I'll want you to try on the takeoff and see what that kind of feels like. All right? And I'll be on it with you. So here we go. Let me just write this down over here. And we ask that from ground. Here's something that's not on your paper. What I want you to do is this. I want you to press down on the push to talk button, and all I want you to ask from ground, before you do that, I want you to ask it from me. Say, ground Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for IFR to VFR on top.
Ground Sierra 514, 514
Cirrus.
Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for
IFR
to
VFR.
VFR clearance.
On top.
On top. On top.
So say it to me as many times as you need until it's straight in your head.
Ground 514, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for IFR to VFR on top.
That's it. Do you want to say it to me again before you contact? Say it again.
Ground Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for IFR to VFR on top.
Say it 10 more times if you want to me before
okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Take it away, sir.
Ground 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for IFR to VFR on top.
Money. Now he's thinking. Stand by. Cool. So now he'll give us basically a GPS waypoint to fly to. It'll probably be limbo. So it'll be runway heading, intercept the LAX 170 radial at the limbo, climb maintain 3000. Report reaching VFR condition. He'll give us a departure frequency and he'll give us a squawk code that we talked about. So you see right now we're VFR, which is the default. Let's say I was 4356 and I press VFR, look, see what it does?
Pop right back.
That's it. Ident, just like we discussed,
Yeah.
makes me flash on a screen.
Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, what's your destination?
San Bernardino. Tell him San Bernardino. San Bernardino.
KSBD, San Bernardino.
Excellent.
So you say the name instead of saying the call sign?
You could in this local area. If you're in a place where they might not know, you could just, you want to say the airport code. Yeah, because the airport code is like, tells them what the code is. Yeah. But he's familiar with San Bernardino. He's more, is there any way you could put that on silent so it won't throw you off on your takeoff roll? He's more familiar with San Bernardino than you are with KSBD. Does that make sense? So
Sure.
Just tell him San Bernardino. Okay.
Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, have your clearance?
Say ready to copy. Just say ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, clear to the Limbo intersection, fly runway heading, intercept the LAX 170 radial to Limbo. Climb to and report VFR on top.
I got this one.
Reported top, so it's 2,800. If not on top by 3,000, maintain 3,000 advise. Departure frequency is 134.9er and squawk 5303.
All right, clear to the Limbo intersection. On departure, runway heading, intercept the LAX 170 radial to Limbo. Climb maintain 3000, if not on top by 3000. Advise departure frequency 134.9, squawk 5303, 514 Sierra Romeo.
And Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, you said 5303?
5303 for 40 Romeo.
Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, readback is correct. Advise to your VFR on top, see ya.
All right, we'll go next. 5303 is the squawk. Let's plug that in. Yep. Sometimes you want to make sure. So 0, excellent. 3, perfect. 5303. Departure frequency, when he tells us contact departure, will be 134.9. So let's put that on the standby of 1.
I'm sorry, what is
134.9. My writing is only for me to be able to read.
134.9.
Excellent.
And do I want that in standby or I want that on
Standby, because we always
need
take
to
off
have
and
the
land
power.
with tower.
power? That's right.
Right? Tower gives us takeoff and landing clearances.
Right.
Then they'll say contact departure. Now, we were over here at like point something, and you went all the way the long way.
I saw you go the other way.
You could go the other way, just so you know.
I'm learning,
Excellent.
yes.
Good. Solid work. 1349. Now we're going to limbo, so we'll just plug that in.
Limbo's a real place.
It's a GPS waypoint, so it's a place in space.
Sitting here in limbo.
Yeah. There you go, limbo intersection. And actually what we'll do before that, where's it at? Oh, I did the direct thing, so let's go here. We'll go from Torrance, I'll go to LAX, because then that's the 170 radial. LAX, and then I'll go to limbo. Limbo. You're doing radios, Rich. How does it feel?
It's all good.
Excellent. Torrance, LA, limbo, excellent. On departure runway heading, it'll be 2904. And then we're cleared up to 3,000. If not on top by 3, we should advise. So once I'm done loading it all up, I go back again and I make sure everything looks good. So I'm looking over here. What he wants us to do is, on departure, we'll fly runway heading. Eventually, departure will give us vectors to go to the limbo intersection. And we'll climb to 3 for now and hopefully pop out on top of the clouds by 3,000. That looks good. 294, 3,000, 349, 5303. I'm complying with my clearance. Everything looks good. Easy?
Yeah.
Solid. Good. Now, here we go. Doors are good. Caps handle is out. Seatbelt's good. Fuel quantity is good. Switch tanks. Fuel pumps on. Mixture's good. Flaps 50. Your flaps move? That's good?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Heading. See the autopilot, the yoke moving? Excellent. GPS navigation is all good. Brakes, power lever. Here we go. We're coming to 1,700. Here's the RPM. No one's behind us. Excellent. 1,700.
Ground, good morning, Robinson 244 Romeo Hotel, flight test, taxi antenna, Sierra.
244 Romeo Hotel, Torrance Ground, Depudos, good morning.
There it is.
Hotel, thanks.
We'll load the system real quick. Make sure the alternator's charging. There's the pitot heat. Everything looks good. Now I'm looking for a Mac check. I'm looking at my RPM. I want to make sure there's no more than 150 drop and 75 between the two. So that was about 60. Back to both. There's the other one. Looks like both are within 150 drop and within 75 of the two. Back to both. I unload the system on the way back down. And I bring my power back to do an idle check. Looks good. That all checks out. It doesn't quit. She's good. Back to 1,000. There we go. Flight instruments all look good. My attitude indicator is up. Everything's good other than our little tilt here on the bottom. That looks good. Here's standby indicators. I adjusted this to match that altitude. Everything looks good. Flight controls, here we go. That looks good. And full deflection on my rudder. That's good stuff. Trim will be set for takeoff. There we go. And autopilot is disconnected. All right. There we are. We should be good to go. The next thing when we're ready for takeoff, we'll pull up to the line and then switch to 1. Quick takeoff briefing, Rich. If anything abnormal happens before we leave the ground, guess what we'll do?
Stay on the ground.
What will we do with the power?
We'll pull it way back.
Pull the power back, stop straight ahead, taxi off the runway. If anything happens after we left the ground and we still have runway available to land on,
We'll land on the runway.
boom, if we lose our engine. Otherwise, if we don't lose our engine, we'll just fly a normal pattern back. Ceiling's about 1,300 feet, so if we hang out at 1,000 feet, we should stay visual under the clouds, so that shouldn't be a problem. Otherwise, if anything crazy happens above 600 feet and there's just no room ahead of us to do anything, we'll go ahead and pull this. It will be weird, but I'll pull it. Otherwise, if we're high enough, unless you want to pull it, I'll give you the honors.
Trash my own plane. Thank you. 350,000.
Yes.
Move.
Otherwise, a big part of handling emergencies immediately after takeoff really just depends on the circumstance. So what we'll do is we'll be prepared for anything, we'll be open-minded, and if we need to do whatever we need to do to make sure we cause the least amount of damage to people and property on the ground, we'll make that happen. Sounds good?
Perfect.
How do you feel?
Perfect.
Good. How's the air? Cold?
Air's fine.
You want colder?
No, I'm good.
You good? All right, here we go. You ready?
I am.
All right, so now we're going up.
770, you do realize the field's a VFR, correct?
Because we're actually IFR, we'll stay here because they don't want us blocking that. So let's get on with tower. How do you do that?
We have to make sure that our comm frequency, that we're on the right place.
Okay.
We have to be on comm. This is tower now, so we're comm 1.
Excellent.
So we go over to here, and comm 1 mic, that one's off. We'll leave the ground. We can hear on both, or you want to turn off ground?
Down with ground. Nope, we don't need ground.
Don't need ground anymore.
Now we're on tower.
We're on tower.
How do I make tower a little louder?
How do I make tower a little louder is with our, this one and this one, or...
So tower is on comm 2 or comm 1 right now?
Tower is on comm 1.
Excellent. So how do we make that a little louder?
This baby here, is that your volume?
Perfect, yep.
Turning northeast,
Excellent.
Hotel.
Solid.
Number 9 is up,
Good.
This change group.
Perfect, good. Yep, that's the volume right there. And this is the volume for 2.
Right.
Helicopter 9
So what I want you to do is get on and say Torrance Tower, Cirrus, 514 Sierra Romeo. This is not part of our thing because we're IFR.
Information, Sierra.
Cirrus, 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, ready for takeoff, IFR.
Helicopter 5 Papa Lima, verify you have
Do you want to try it on me first, or?
Torrance Tower, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29R.
29 or what?
29 right, looking for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff?
Ready for takeoff.
IFR.
IFR. Ready for takeoff. IFR.
Try again?
Torrance Tower, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, holding for takeoff, IFR.
Cool, very close. Ready for
Ready
takeoff.
for, ready.
Can I try it again? Try it a million times if you...
Torrance Tower, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, holding for takeoff, IFR.
Ready for takeoff.
Ready. Not looking, not holding. Ready. Ready. Okay. Torrance Tower, Sierra 514 Sierra Romeo.
Cirrus, not Sierra.
Torrance Tower,
Take your
Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, ready for takeoff, IFR.
Excellent.
Ready for takeoff, IFR. Torrance Tower, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, ready for takeoff, IFR.
Solid.
Ready?
Ready to go.
Torrance Tower, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, holding short of runway 29 right, ready for takeoff, IFR.
Solid. 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 And you held the button down, right? Cool.
Yes.
You sure you heard? He's not saying a word.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm like...
514 Sierra Romeo, Torrance Tower, wind currently 110 at 3, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Just say this, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff. 514 Sierra Romeo.
Runway 29 right, ready for takeoff.
Clear
for takeoff. Runway
514.
514 Sierra Romeo.
Excellent. Good. Do you see anyone on final? Any planes coming
Only
into
birds.
land? Only birds.
There's one way out there.
Okay, looks good. Rich, you're doing a great job.
We're doing it.
You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Put your sheet away for
I am.
Excellent.
Put that down there.
What I want you to do is put your hand on the right on the yoke. Good. And I want you, I got the power. I want you to just do whatever you need to do to maintain center line with the rudder. No more brakes, just the bottom part of the stuff. You ready to go?
I am.
All right. Just stay on the center line. Engine indications are in the green. Airspeed is alive. Nice work. When I tell you to pull back slowly, I want you to go to pull back. You could start pulling back slowly now.
Pulling back on the yoke?
On the yoke, yep.
Okay.
Nice. That was all you. And then we just want to keep it straight, like that. Nice. Now we need to pitch a little forward, because you see what happens. If you just keep pitching back, the plane will do that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay,
I'm on it with you.
Pitch forward.
Exactly. So to get off the ground, you want to pitch back, and then you want to pitch forward. Above 90 pounds of rate of climb, flaps come up. We're maintaining runway heading. Excellent. And just so we could focus on the radios, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this.
Sierra Romeo, request to fire up on the bases and the tops. If you could pass that to the next controller, contact SoCo departure. Have a great flight.
Are we Over departure to Sirius 540 Romeo. All right, excellent.
So we're heading for limbo.
Sorry, I missed the middle part that you said.
Over departure of 540 Romeo.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Great flight.
Thanks. All right. So here we go. So now we need to contact departure. How do we switch departure into...
Okay, well, we need the frequency for it. It's in COM 1, and the frequency we need is, you had written it down? Oh, you already have it set.
Yep, on standby.
Okay, so then I just flip that baby.
Good. So now we'll go ahead and tell them where we're at, what we're doing.
Okay.
At departure, Sirius 540 Romeo is climbing through 1,300, runway heading.
Sirius 5140 Romeo, so got departure ident, climb and maintain 4,000.
Climb maintain 4,000, 5140 Romeo. There's 4. He wants us to ident. Let's click that. Click that button. Good. And now he'll look at us in a moment, see where we're at.
Radar contact 4 miles northwest of Torrance, Daily altimeter is 29er. Center 4, turn right heading 050, vectors for climb.
Position checks and a right turn 050, 5140 Romeo. So now he told us to go to 050.
Oh, we're climbing out, huh?
Yep. You see 050?
I do.
There we are. And we have 2,000 feet to go. The sun in a moment will pop up in our face because we're just getting over that layer. And then we'll cancel.
Sirius 40 Romeo, report reaching VFR on top and cancellation of IFR. Last tops reported 2,800.
All right, we'll go 5140 Romeo. So we have 300 feet to go until we reach the tops that he was telling us about.
Yeah, there you go.
And what would you call the cloud tops? What altitude? This is it.
The altitude, we're at 2,700.
Cool. So I want you to get on with them and say, approach 5140 Romeo, tops 2,700.
Sorry. Approach 5140 Romeo.
Cloud tops are 2,700.
Approach 5140 Romeo. Cloud tops 2,700.
Excellent.
40 Romeo, roger, thanks. And once you cancel, what are your intentions?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that now, actually. It looks like we're in VFR conditions, and we'll just continue on towards San Bernardino, 5140 Romeo.
40 Romeo, roger, cancellation of IFR is received. You can resume on navigation. Do you want to continue flight following?
Sure, we'll do that over to San Bernardino. Appreciate it, 40 Romeo.
40 Romeo, roger. And one more question for you. What's your requested altitude at on-course setting?
How does, let's go with let's go with 5,500 if that works for you.
Roger, and what's the on-course setting?
Direct San Bernardino would be great, or as close to that as possible, whatever works.
Okay, what heading is that direct there? I'm not sure.
Looking at a 060 heading for 40 Romeo.
Okay, yeah, that's going to put you guys right into the LA final there. They won't take you at that. I would say probably the best we can do is probably a 070 for now.
All right, we're doing 070 right now on 40 Romeo. There we go. So, just talk, communication, talking. That's it. And now we're headed towards San Bernardino, right?
Correct.
Excellent. Now, 5,500 will put us into the Bravo.
That is correct.
What did we talk about the Bravo? Anytime you fly into a Bravo, you need what? A clearance.
You need clearance, of
So
course.
he did not clear us into the Bravo, so I need to get on with him and say, hey, are we cleared into the Bravo? Because right now I can't yet fly into the Bravo. So here we go. That approach for Sirius 5140 Romeo. Just want to confirm we're clear into the Bravo at 5,500.
Yeah, let me double check with the rivals and make sure they can take you guys like that. Just give me 1 minute here.
And why
See that?
Why wouldn't you go to 4,500?
Because we're going eastbound. Remember that? The
oh.
VFR altitude, we're VFR now.
We're VFR now, we're not
Because we
IFR
canceled our
anymore.
IFR.
But, it's 55 or 35.
Correct.
Right. At 3,500,
Romeo, they have a lot of arrivals coming in. They cannot take you, so they want you to remain outside of the Class Bravo airspace. So just let me know what you guys want to do.
Sounds good. We'll go back down to 3,500 40 Romeo.
Roger.
So you see what happened there?
Yes.
It's easy to go, oh, I'm talking with the person who's controlling the Bravo, but legally I need them to tell me cleared through the Bravo.
And he didn't clear you.
Right, so it's on you, the pilot, to take initiative And remember that, and to go...
Sirius 40 Romeo, contact SoCal 124.9er.
24.9, thanks, 40 Romeo. 24.9. So how do you put 124.9 in there?
Skyhawk 0 Alpha Charlie, proceed direct Santa Monica.
I'm just avoiding the Bravo in front of us.
Heading 310.
Please repeat for 0 Alpha Charlie.
Excellent. And how we put that in the active?
1711, Roger.
So, why do we go for 3,500?
Why did what?
Why 5,500 instead of 3,500?
Because the higher the better.
He goes
Because of the
644,
clouds?
expect 25.
Yeah, you know, if something happens,
Right.
55's a good altitude, but that would take us into the Bravo, and right now they're busy.
Right, no, I get that part.
Turn left
I
heading
was just-
340.
Okay.
Yep. And now I'm turning right just to avoid that class Bravo
flighting
airspace, because this starts at 2,500.
340.
Make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. So if you took anything away from those last few minutes, is that even though you're talking with the person who's controlling the whole area and the airspace that you wish to fly through, if it's a class Bravo, you need an explicit clearance. And if he didn't give it to you, it's on you to get on with him and say, hello,
Yes.
I'm almost into the Bravo, I need a clearance.
What do we do?
What's going on? So
Right.
he checked, he got back to us, and he said,
no.
hey, they're busy. Okay, cool. We're going
Right.
back down to 35.
We can do.
Excellent. Easy?
Yes.
Solid work. Good. So now we'll just check in with the new frequency. And we'll turn to a heading of 090, because we're clear of that shelf there. See that? Because it's on us now to stay out of airspace. We're VFR. Approach Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo is leveling off at 3,500, heading 090. Beautiful.
5410 Romeo, SoCal approach, maintain VFR, and Los Angeles North 2994.
VFR 904 for Sierra Romeo.
Is there a way to brighten the screens?
You know what? This is, it's the most, you do it that way, but it looks like 100%.
Yeah, it's just...
It's kind of weird from that angle.
Yeah, it's just
Resume
hard to
navigation,
say.
maintain VFR, contact approach 127.2. Have a good day.
All right, ONAV and 27.2, good day for Sierra Romeo. Let's put 127.2.
Maintain 3,600. Good rate.
0.2.
3600 is kind of west. 4035.
Air Canada 775, maintain 180 knots. So GG.
And I want you to make the next check-in with them. I want you to talk with them. So 27.2 is the next approach frequency, and I want you to say this. Approach, Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500. You gonna try it on me?
Approach, Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo.
Level
level
3,500.
Left 090, 2 Delta.
That's it.
So approach, Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500.
3,500.
3,000.
Number 5 Tango Mike, proceed direct Los Angeles VR.
This is not the operating room anymore, Richie.
I'm not in charge anymore? I can't say do this? No. You like it? Let me know when you're ready. Approach, Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500 feet.
Excellent. That's it. You don't have to say feet. Just level 3,500.
882 Delta.
Approach.
You hear them talking?
070.
So when it comes to contacting, the way the frequency works, there's only room for like one at a time. So a good thing is to, silent, no one's talking, then I go for it. Make sense?
514 Sierra Romeo.
There you go. Say go ahead.
Approach, Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500.
514 Sierra Romeo, Roger, reset your transponder and squawk 0232.
Say 0232. Just say 0232.
0232.
Now we'll put 0232. 0232. See, sometimes it doesn't catch it. So 0, 2,
That was blocked. 5 Tango Mike,
There you go.
134.9.
Excellent. Does that make sense? Sometimes the frequency you hear people talking,
Was it 56 Quebec checking in?
it's just good practice to go, oh, there's no one talking, and then you can get talking. Excellent work.
56 Quebec, so
Excellent
departure,
work.
Roger, calling
Rich, you're doing a bunch of radio work, and you're in charge of this.
Yeah.
2 Delta Sierra
You're like
from left
the
heading
dancing
030.
What?
You're like the marionette.
2 Delta Sierra.
Here's the yellow pull the string of my arm.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. How does it feel to be doing these things?
It's fine, and I'm feeling fine, more importantly.
You feel good?
587 Sierra Papa, so
It was good we hung out for a little, just
2993.
didn't take off immediately.
Yeah.
I got time to just get out of my stomach.
Yes. Are you cold, hot?
No, I'm fine.
You good?
I'm fine.
Cool.
I like heat, so I'm good.
Excellent. Fullerton Airport, for reference, is right off the left side of our nose.
160.
Okay. John Wayne, Santa Ana is literally right there. Okay. So what I'm getting at is, even though there's clouds out,
You still know where you are.
you should know where you are relative to things.
LAX VOR with Yankee.
Right? I can't see John Wayne.
Roger.
But I
5140 Romeo, contact approach 121.3.
say 121.3 for Sierra Romeo.
121.3,
3.
514 Sierra Romeo.
Excellent. 121.3. Plug 121.3
right.
in there. Rich, it's all you, man.
1.21.
121.3.
121.3.
Excellent. Flip it in. Good. 0.3. So
Oh,
put it back.
0.3.
You
Yeah,
can go
yeah.
back. Excellent. And then put 0.3 in
2
there.
Delta Sierra, turn right heading 050.
Right, 050, 2 Delta Sierra.
Excellent. Remember the call you said checked in with them before? What'd you say?
To the left.
Level?
Oh, yes. Now we're
Level 3,500?
Oh, we have to let them know.
Same thing. You're just continuously checking in with different approach controllers.
Approach 514 Sierra Romeo.
Cirrus
level.
514 Sierra Romeo. Sierra initial call.
Yes.
So California,
Level.
left heading 140.
3,500.
That's it. But when there's a break in the chatter.
A left turn 140.
So you can hear he's talking with someone.
RNAV Yankee.
And there's no rush in contacting him.
Right.
Just kind of, there you go. That's all you.
Approach Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500.
You got it.
That was you or him?
I said you got it. I don't.
514 Sierra Romeo, SoCal approach, altimeter 299.3.
Say 903 for Sierra Romeo.
903 for Sierra Romeo.
Excellent. So you said altimeter setting is 2993, and they continuously give you the altimeter settings. So let's go ahead and plug 2993 in there. Do you remember how to do that? You first select it, and then
2993.
That's it.
Traffic.
Traffic. It's showing ahead of us and under us. So I'm looking out. It should. You see the plane right there? 500 feet below us, moving from left to right. Right there.
Oh yeah.
See it?
Yes.
In sight. No factor. Only then do I acknowledge it,
67 Lima,
clear it. See it?
I do, right here.
500 feet below us.
Yes, I do.
Only then do I acknowledge it, clear it, and exit the traffic. Excellent. See it?
I do.
There it is. Excellent. Beautiful. Nice view of it over the clouds. Look at that. Isn't that a great view?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Who gets to see a plane from this
beautiful.
angle?
Yeah. No,
Look at that thing.
I've never seen anything like that.
Look at that. That's an airplane.
Yeah.
Rich. Just take it in.
And they're at 3,000.
Exactly. Take it in. Enjoy it. Look at that. You don't get to see with the clouds under. Just enjoy this moment.
SoCal, good morning.
Look at it.
Star 882 Delta Sierra.
You see it?
4,000.
You know what that plane's doing? It's doing mapping of the area.
299.3, 2 Delta Sierra.
Why are they mapping the area?
I don't know the reason. Sometimes you look at the...
7 Lima, join the final on that.
Sometimes you look at the flight path of some airplanes. They're doing like mapping stuff. Good. How cool was that?
Helicopter 1 Romeo Alpha is with
Pretty
you.
cool. Amazing. Good. So you see on flight following, as you fly along, approach frequency gives you, as you reach different sectors, they give you a different frequency.
Different frequency, of course, because you're talking to a different...
Exactly. You call the different frequency and you check in. You say, approach Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo level, whatever. Then they give you an altimeter setting.
And then you repeat back to the...
Exactly. It's that simple.
At 1800 SoCal approach.
Which fuel tank is fuller? What would you say?
1800 sliding 250, respective vector.
The right one? So fuel pump is on. Let's switch it to the right. Good. Now let's turn the fuel pump off.
67 Lima, sliding 180, you're 3 from Hookham.
That's literally how you switch tanks. The idea is keep it as balanced as you can for as long as you can. Perfect. Absolutely solid.
Clear the approach.
Do you remember the side of the mountain range that we talked about last time?
Yes.
We could see it, right?
Oh,
It's above
it's right
the clouds.
there.
It's right there.
2 Delta Sierra, max
I
forward
keep looking
speed,
for
I'm
landing
moving you ahead of
fields.
some jet.
For what?
Landing
2
fields.
Delta Sierra.
Well, today you see there's the cloud layer,
Yes.
but we'll see what San Bernardino looks like. What's the ATIS for San Bernardino? Let's stay ahead of the airplane.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah, we got to do that. That would be on COM 2.
Exactly.
COM 2, yes.
Excellent.
And the ATIS for San Bernardino is 124.17. So I have to go down to here, and I've got to put in 124.17. And then I put that up there, and now we're ready to check that
Yep.
one.
So now, how do we check if we're kind of close enough to be able to hear the ATIS? How could we monitor
Well, you said
COM
within,
2?
I'm sorry, if you want to monitor COM 2 is you just turn this on.
Say 135.4, 40 Romeo.
1800, descend and maintain 4000.
135.
Descend, maintain 4,000 at 1800.
Say 135.4, 40. Actually,
135.4 Sierra Romeo.
actually someone got talked.
1699, SoCal.
He already moved on for us, it's all good. So he wants us to contact 135.4, so let's put that in.
35.4.
And then you'll do a check-in with a new controller. Excellent. And then the same exact check-in.
1354.
No, so now you say, approach Sierra 740 Romeo, level 3,500. Again, same thing. Over and over, just a new person. You're filling him in. And then he'll give you an altimeter.
Approach Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500.
Sirius 514 Sierra Romeo, SoCal approach, on tail altimeter is 2993. Do you have an estimate on the cloud top?
Ask him estimate on what?
Estimate on what?
The tops of the clouds.
Oh, what do you think the tops of the clouds are? The other plane was 3,000, we could see it. Let's go with 2,700.
Okay, 2,700. So I just say
About 2,700 feet.
about 2,700, 2,700 feet.
Number 4 Sierra Romeo, thank you. San Bernardino is currently 3 miles, haze, ceiling 1,700, broken. Do you want to continue VFR?
Say, yeah, we'll go take a look.
Yeah, we'll go take a look.
Hey, actually, that weather's pretty old. Let me get a good new one here.
What are you doing with it? You're just speaking English.
No, I'm the marionette.
You see, he's having a conversation with you in English.
He's having a conversation with you. I'm just the man.
I'm not talking with the guy.
Check 173 at 4,000.
Rich, I'm trying to prove to you.
I know. I get the point.
English. He sounds like a nice guy.
Check 173.
He sounds like a guy if you were in trouble right now and you say,
Help me out.
hey buddy, I need your help.
Yeah.
He would do whatever
Of
he
course.
could do to help you. He would. And you know what? 99.9% of controllers, I'd say almost all of them,
They're there to help you, of course.
they would do whatever if they could get on the plane with you and help you, they would.
And number 4 Sierra Romeo, actually San Bernardino now advertising clear below 12,000. So yeah, the weather's improved over there, but there is a new ATIS coming out here in a minute that should be even better.
Say, excellent, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
English.
Number 2 Tango Kilo, turn right heading
English.
320.
Excellent. Back to our ATIS.
412 Tango Kilo.
Okay.
Let's see if we could listen to hear the ATIS. So how do we listen to the ATIS? And I'm just to
listen.
share with you my mental thing, I'm starting to slow down because we're getting a little close and I don't want to fall behind the airplane.
Right. So in order to do that, we have to go over to the...
You don't want to get off one because you're with approach.
Just push this.
Good.
Check 173, SoCal.
San Bernardino Tower, information.
Bring it in.
Tango 1.
Bring it in.
173, SoCal, thank you, maintain 5,000.
Wind 250
Maintain heading
at
5,000,
5.
check 173.
Visibility, tree, haze, sky. Clear below 12,000.
Clear below
Tango Kilo, turn left heading 250.
2.10. Altimeter.
Turn 250 for 12 Tango Kilo.
2
Number 2 Tango
ILS.
Kilo, thank you, on that heading, join Victor 186.
You. Landing
Okay, on 250 heading, join Victor 186.
And you could adjust the volumes.
Read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitudes. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Tango.
Tango.
You got it.
San Bernardino Tower, information.
So how do we turn
Tango,
2 on?
801 Zulu.
Good. Now here's what I want you to do. When you fly to an airport,
2 Tango Kilo on
talking with approach, instead of telling tower you have information, Tango, as you would with a last Delta, you tell approach. So whenever there's a break in the frequency, I want you to say, approach 514 Sierra Romeo has Tango at San Bernardino. Try it on me.
Approach
Sirius 2 Tango Kilo, contact approach 125.5, have a great day.
has Tango
25.5, have a great day.
at San Bernardino.
That's it. Whenever you're ready,
Sirius
let him
4 Sierra Romeo, are you just following the 91 to the 215 all the way there?
say affirmative and we have Tango.
Affirmative, and we have Tango.
Thank you.
What's more difficult, this or the operating room?
The operating room after how many years of training?
Okay, so this is very easy. It's English. You tell the guy, hey, I need help. You tell the guy, excellent, thank you. The guy did us a favor. He looked up the current weather for us. Excellent, thank you, sir.
Do you know the first thing you learn when you go in the operating room?
What is it?
How to wash your hands.
Okay, hopefully.
Sterile technique. Oh, hopefully, no, you do.
You actually do it.
Oh, no, you do it, and if you don't, the nurse will rip your head off. Yeah.
Good thing we don't have nurses here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Operating room nurse, you don't mess with that. Oh, no. They're like ATC. They don't mess with that.
I love
They're like
it.
God. No.
Put this thing
How to
closer
put
to your
your-
thing so I can hear.
How to put your gloves on. Sterile
love it.
technique.
I love it.
Got to know all that before you even set foot in the room.
It's all about
Execution.
I like it. Planning before and then execute in the operating room.
Same difference.
Just like the airplane.
That's right.
Good.
Same difference.
See how the layer ends?
I do.
Nice and visual. Do you remember what that lake is called?
That's not else.
Lake Matthews.
Matthews.
Remember that?
Matthews. I do.
Excellent.
I do.
Excellent. Now check this out. Direct. K. S. I just want to generate a distance so you can tell me how far we are from San Bernardino.
BD.
BD. And now I want you to look up there and tell me how many miles from San Bernardino are we?
We are 17 miles.
Excellent. How much time from now does the computer say we'll get there?
It says it will take 6 minutes and 53 seconds.
The amount that you make me proud, Rich. You wouldn't understand. It's incredible. Really good stuff. Simple. Distance, time. Distance, time. That's it. That's it. Distance and time. Excellent. Eventually, this controller will tell us contact San Bernardino Tower, right? Could we get ahead of the airplane and plug tower frequency in the next one? Because we're getting close and we know this is tower coming up. Does that make sense?
It does.
Excellent.
It does. Let's be ready for him.
Excellent.
San Bernardino.
Contact approach 127.0. Have a good day.
27, nothing. Good day. Thanks for Sierra Romeo. Actually, he just came and gave us a different frequency. So let's contact 127.0. I thought it would be the last approach, but he wants us to contact 127.0. Good. And what I want you to tell this guy, same check-in you've been doing with all of them.
So approach Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo. And our altitude.
Level.
Level 3,500.
Excellent.
Approach Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo. At level 3,500. 3,500.
November 514 Sierra Romeo, SoCal approach, on trail altimeter 2992, proceed direct San Bernardino.
Say 902, direct San Bernardino.
902, direct San Bernardino.
And then, as time goes on, you'll get into a habit of just ending all your calls with 514 Sierra Romeo. You don't have to do it now, but just that's something you can keep in mind. Good. So you told us the altimeter is 2992. It's already in there, because we listened to the ATIS, and we're currently direct San Bernardino. Good. Excellent. So now, we will begin our descent for San Bernardino in about a minute or two. Even though we're VFR, because I'm on flight following and we're talking with this controller and he's controlling all the traffic, it's common courtesy to let him know, hey, we're beginning our descent for San Bernardino, so he knows what we're doing. Here's the thing about flying and air traffic control. Just as much...
Let's have you fly heading of 030 for traffic departing San Bernardino Airport, Airbus.
So he wants, say 030 for Sierra Romeo.
030 for Sierra Romeo.
Good. Press heading mode. Press that button. We confirm we're in heading mode. Plane's turning to 030. He just said 030. So when we begin our descent, it's common courtesy we'll get on with them and say we're beginning our descent for San Bernardino. Here's the goal with you and ATC. Just as much as you always want them, just as much as you always want to know what they're doing with you, they want to know what you're doing with them. Does that make sense? So the more you can tell them, hey, I'm beginning my descent, the more they go, thank you for filling me
letting
in,
us know what's
so
going
I
on.
don't have to guess what you're doing. Easy?
Excuse me.
Yeah, it'll be 306.97.
Excellent. Is that ground? Oh, you're ahead of the game. Rich? Rich, you're ahead of the game. Excellent. So what I want to do is get on with them and say approach 514 Sierra Romeo is beginning our descent for San Bernardino.
Approach 514 Sierra Romeo is beginning our descent for San Bernardino.
4 Sierra Romeo, roger.
Excellent. So you see what happened there? When you were doing the radio, you applied pressure on the yoke.
Yeah.
So just something to pay attention to.
Right.
You just want to press
Touch.
the button.
Right.
What did he say to what you just said? He said, Roger.
Roger.
Good. If he wanted to keep you high for traffic, that would be his opportunity to go, you know what? Hang off on that descent.
All right.
Excellent. So now we're going to begin our descent. See these mountains stuff?
I do.
So we'll stay clear of that. We're continuing on the 030 heading, and we'll keep it coming down towards San Bernardino once we're clear of the mountains. So we'll keep it here.
7,902, Moxie.
Keep it here in altitude.
Correct, yeah. And then we'll descend. I want you to let me know when we're clear of the mountains. When you think it's safe for us to begin our descent, just so we don't hit the mountain. And by the way, what's San Bernardino's tower frequency?
The tower frequency for San Bernardino is, well, he changed it. Oh, that was for the approach. Yes, that would be 119.45.
We could get ready for that.
Right.
He'll give us a frequency change here.
514 Sierra Romeo, SoCal.
Go ahead.
Yeah, turn 15 degrees right. That traffic's 11 o'clock, 2 miles off direction. Climbing out.
Okay, well, we're clear.
15 right traffic inside for Sierra Romeo.
We're just clearing now, so you can begin.
Clear of it?
Traffic.
Cool.
Traffic.
See the plane?
Traffic, of course.
In sight. So now I acknowledge it, clear it, and go back. Excellent. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and disconnect autopilot. I see the airport. See it?
I do.
Cool. So now I'll reduce power. And we're literally on a 45 to a midfield left downwind. 2-4. Excellent. I want you to get on with approach and say approach 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for a frequency change.
Approach 514 Sierra Romeo is looking for a frequency change.
Oh, it's 119.4. I guess we already switched it.
So what do I say then?
It's all good.
Should I say all good?
And tower 514 Sierra Romeo is 45 left downwind 24. It was 119.4?
Right, he had given it to us.
Star 888 Yankee Whiskey Semi Tower, runway 6 cleared for takeoff. Use caution weight tremors from the Airbus that departed off direction 3 minutes ago.
Clear to land, runway 68 Yankee Whiskey.
November 514 Sierra Romeo Semi Tower, say request.
Yeah, we're pretty much here in left downwind for 24, looking for a full stop landing if possible.
Sierra Romeo, we're on runway 6, make a 180 and report right downwind for runway 6. Make the turn now. I have IFR traffic departing runway 6.
All right, right 3, 180, and then we'll report right down on runway 6 for Sierra Romeo. Cool. So a lot happened there.
Yes.
One thing, when you put the tower frequency in, did you put it in the active or in the standby?
Thought I put it in active.
So we wanted it, so the thing about getting ahead of the airplane and putting it in the standby is so whenever he tells us to contact tower, all we need to do is that.
I see.
Make sense?
Already, yeah.
Yeah, because when I was looking at that, I'm like, oh, I thought we were supposed to be on with the approach.
Right.
Excellent. Good learning.
Right.
Good. So by staying ahead of the plane, of the game, that's the thing about San Bernardino.
So
the jets take off and land this way, and then other planes do the other stuff, but I'll tell you it on the ground.
So just as when we communicate with the tower back and forth to make sure we're doing the right thing, I need to do the same thing with Jenny.
Correct.
Yeah, make right traffic report down to be in the control tower, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Runway 6, 918.
And tower 4 Sierra Romeo is right down at 6.
Sierra Romeo, continue right down. I'll call your base. 2 departures per your arrival.
Roger. Cool. There's so much that happened there in the past stuff, but the only one you to take away from that is the whole getting intentional and specific about standby versus active. Excellent. Good work.
Absolutely.
Great learning. Good. Good stuff.
Cherokee 06 November, confirm you understand the pattern as well.
So whenever I enter frequencies, I need to confirm with
exactly. Do we want it in the standby or do we want it in the active?
Standby or active.
Great learning.
Repeat back frequency and stand by.
Reach Med 82,
Exactly.
we're at Loma Landau. We'd like to depart and land at the FBO Luxair.
I'll just slow down and go
we do
flaps
have
50 here.
KZ Cemetery,
There's no reason to fly fast.
south of midfield.
Quarter mile south for Reach Med 82.
Turkey 06 November, follow the Cherokee up on runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, we're good.
06 November, clear for takeoff on runway 6, follow the traffic.
Here's 40 Romeo, turn base, 1 departure, ready to arrival, runway 6, clear to land.
Turning base and runway 6 clear to land, 40 Romeo.
Similar Tower, Scott 51515 off of Redlands, climbing through.
Now just to put the paper away and enjoy the rest. Rich, amazing work.
8515 Cemetery, remain clear.
Really, really, really proud of you.
Maintain clear Delta 515.
Really good stuff. Do you see the airport? Do you see the runway?
I'm looking, yes.
Out there.
Where? Yes.
It's pretty much off our right now.
Right.
See a big long runway over there? Right there?
I'm looking.
You'll see it. Let me know when you do see a big runway. See a big runway?
Oh, yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Solid. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing that's useful for you to know is that you see these flaps? They have speeds associated with them. So you only want to extend the flaps when you're below a certain speed, and they're actually written here. So below what speed should we extend flaps to 100%? Only below?
Not 104 knots.
Excellent. Are we below 104?
We are below 104,
Good.
yes.
So flaps come full. See the runway in front of us? Over there?
I do.
Excellent. So here we come. And you see I'm not descending because he took us far out on the base. So I'm gauging my descent based on my proximity to the runway. See what I mean by that? Because I don't just blindly want to descend towards terrain. So if I'm too far, I hold my altitude. Excellent.
You're just coming in at a less acute angle.
Correct. Less of a steep angle. Exactly. Right. Beautiful. Good. Do you want to land the plane?
Remain solid.
I'll try.
For landing traffic.
Sure.
Stay on it with me. Just put your hand on the yoke and just feel what I'm doing.
500.
All right? Excellent. And we were clear to land, so all that's left for us to do is just land the airplane.
Turkey 9184, fly your downwind over Interstate 10. I have a helicopter traffic holding just south of midfield.
And what I'll do is I'll keep some power in, so that's insurance. It gives us energy. So if we need to just play with the plane to make her settle down nicely, we have that ability.
I have a helicopter holding south of midfield.
Your RPMs right now, your power's at...
Power is like 20. Don't worry about the power. I'm just adjusting for whatever energy we need. Now, did he clear us to land?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. If you weren't sure, what would you do?
I would call tower and ask.
Excellent. You would get on the radio and say, hey, just confirming 4 Sierra Romeo is clear to land.
And if I wasn't, that I would just go right on up.
Or if you didn't get a hold of him in time or whatever it would be. Exactly. Solid. 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 Good work. Look at that. So we're just literally coming in. The goal is to make the plane run out of energy and stop flying right over the runway. Okay, so take your time here. There's no rush. What we'll do is we'll just position ourselves nicely over the runway, and eventually the wheels will kiss the ground. So here we are. We're coming in, looking down, holding it off, holding it off. I'm keeping the power in, and look at that.
Yeah.
We're down.
Now power back.
Power back. Yoke all the way back.
And proceed to the
Now that's it. Now directional control with the rudders.
With rudders.
See that? So we're going to maintain center line. Nice work. Nice. Now slowly you can start coming on the brakes. You don't want to fry your brakes. And then you exit the runway whenever you reach a normal speed.
You meaning you.
Yes. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You keep saying you, and I'm going, oh,
Here's
you want me to do
Romeo,
it?
turn left next intersection, that's Alpha 2.
I'm just along with
Next intersection of 4 Sierra Romeo. And it'll be a taxi back from 4 Sierra
Romeo.
Romeo.
Then we need to
Romeo,
contact
turn left
ground.
into the next and contact ground point 8.
All right, next left Alpha 2, then over to ground 4 Sierra Romeo. Cool. What were you saying?
Once we're over there, then we have to contact ground.
Correct.
06 November.
And you already have that in there, right?
Correct.
Here's Alpha 2. So we'll go ahead and get off here. Nice stuff, Rich. Good stuff. Here we are. and then we'll call ground. Once we're clear of the runway, clear of the runway means we are clear of this line over here. So only once we're clear. There's no rush in contacting ground, by the way. So once we're clear of this line,
come to a stop.
Come to a stop. You could take a breath. You could collect your thoughts. You could go, whoa, I made it on the ground.
Nice, Lance.
Safety.
How'd you do
that was all you. That was all you. I was just sitting here. And then you could contact ground. But before you do it, what are you going to tell them? Here's something I want to teach you. The time to think what you're going to say once this button is pressed is before pressing the button.
Yes.
So let's practice what you're going to tell them once you press the button.
Ground, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is clear of 24 on, and where are we?
Clear of 24 or 24?
24 on.
And we landed on 6.
On 6.
So clear of runway 6 on Alpha 2.
Clear of runway 6 on Alpha 2 looking to taxi back.
That's it. Excellent.
Man.
Take it away whenever you're ready.
Ground, Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo is clear of 6 on
Alpha 2.
Alpha 2 looking to taxi back.
40 Romeo, you're on tower frequency. Contact ground 121.8.
Say over to ground.
Over to ground.
Good. So what happened there is we forgot to go to.
We forgot.
Learning has occurred. Learning.
06 November traffic short.
You see what happened there? So what are? Take go off that. Take that away. Take that away.
Yes.
We don't want to listen to that. So you see what we're learning. The radio doesn't care where you need to go. It doesn't know anything.
You have to
we need to be on it.
Right.
Great learning.
Yes.
We had it here.
But we didn't change over on here.
Solid.
Our control.
Take it away.
Alpha 2?
Alpha 2.
6.
Clear of runway 6 on Alpha 2, looking to taxi back.
Ground, Sierra 514 Sierra Romeo is clear of 6 on Alpha 2, looking to taxi back.
Cirrus 514 Sierra Romeo, San Bernardino ground, runway 6, taxi left turn Alpha.
Runway 24.
Runway 6, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 6, taxi via Alpha 514 Sierra Romeo.
Excellent. That's where this could mess us up, but we're learning to hear what they tell us and repeat it back. So he said taxi to runway 6 via Alpha, so be a left turn on Alpha all the way down. Make sense? Excellent.
Upper runway 24 San Bernardino ground, runway 6, taxi via left
clear
turn
right.
Alpha.
As we taxi to runway 6, Richard, I want you to unload and give me the brain, dump everything that's in your brain. What are some things you realized on this flight?
What I realized on this flight is, number one, that you can how to communicate with the different people you need to communicate with, how the radio works, that you have to basically tell the radio what you want to do. You need to put in the proper frequency. You need to make sure that your channel is set to the right comm, whether you're comm 1 or comm 2. That's one thing you have to learn. The second thing you have to learn is that these guys are your friends and they're there to help you.
They're your friends.
They're your friends. I got friends.
I'd grab a beer with them.
Who knew?
I would literally grab the beer with them.
You grab the beer. Yeah. And number 3, most importantly, is that I ate breakfast 2 hours ago and I feel fine.
You feel fine?
Yeah, I'm getting used to being
in an airplane.
In an airplane.
There you go. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it.
Yeah.
Good. So, Richie.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to your first passenger training.
Yes.
Now, obviously, I threw a lot more at you than you would do on a typical flight, but when you fly as a passenger and you want to be helpful with Jenny, guess what? You could go, Jenny, take a break. I got the radios.
Right.
And that's it. And as you fly along, approach hands you off. Cool.
Right.
21-3. Approach 514 Sierra Romeo, level 3,500. Boom. You could handle all that for her. If something happens to her during taxi,
Number 940
if you see the plane doing this, show me what you would do.
Charlie Bravo Alpha.
Good. And mean it while you do it. Boom. Mean it. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Perfect. Remember, your controls do the same thing. Right?
Correct.
If she's out here,
correct.
Your yoke does the same thing this yoke does. Excellent. Let's try and maintain center line as much as you can from the right seat. Now, we're going to touch fast. What I want you to do is slow the airplane down and maintain center line. So do whatever you need to do to slow the airplane and maintain center line. We'll slow the airplane down and do center line. Excellent. More to center line. Good. A little more of that left brake. Feel that? Excellent. Good. Perfect. Nice. Nice. Excellent.
Now we need a little power.
We're good. If you want the plane to move more,
Yeah.
let go of the brakes. Get out of the airplane's way. The momentum will keep it coming. Oftentimes, the answer to why we're not moving is not a lack of power. It's what we call riding the brakes. If you want the plane to keep rolling, get out of the way of the airplane. Make sense? Every once in a while, you need to go uphill and you're starting from zero momentum, you gotta add power. But if you have all this momentum, get out of the airplane's way, it will do its thing. Anytime it goes too fast, you go, hey, let's slow down. And you slow the plane down with some brakes. But you don't ride the brakes the whole time. You just manage your speed.
You use your rudder by the time you use
Exactly. And you use some differential braking for steering, right, in this airplane. It's just how it works. But the idea is rudder. If I need more than that, I go some differential braking. But what you don't want to do is just ride the brakes the whole time. I control my speed throughout the whole taxi by getting in and out of the airplane's way. And that's where it takes the pilot to go, oh, here's how much brakes we need now. Easy? Good work. My airplane, so I got the airplane now. Richie, really, really good work. You did a lot more than I thought you would do. And I think now, compared to an hour ago, you're realizing it's just English. They say something, I repeat it back. Simple? Excellent. Good work.